What is up, guys? Revitup 7 here. I recently bought a ton of late 90s, early 2000s Hot Wheels, and I figured I'd kind of do a runway sort of showroom video today, showing a ton of them off at once. It's not ASMR because I'm not doing anything audibly nice, but sort of visual, you know, something to put on in the background and just kind of have some eye candy. Without further ado, here are the massive amount of early 90s cars that I got here. Start off with diaper dragger. I think that's what this is called. I like these quirky ones. My brother does especially. Roadster, a 32 Ford hot rod, but this one's all unpainted like a Zamac, which is pretty sweet. This must have come with cereal. I think it did. But this Wheaties Richard Petty 43 Pontiac, this is a GTO? Yeah, I always thought the scale was a little weird on this, so I thought it was a Tempest, but no, this is a GTO. Really cool. I miss when cereal boxes in the McDonald's toy cars, yeah, maybe they feel a little different, they're built a little different, but they still had the same wheels and they were the same scale and construction for the most part. Then we got this little radio fire wagon. This is one of the NASCARs. This used to come in like a big package. I think this is Terry Labonte at this time. Then I think Mark Martin and Kyle Busch drove the number 5 for, I want to say, Kendrick Motorsports. I just got back into NASCAR. Yeah, the Kellogg's Cornflakes number 5. What a nice car. Does that come out? Yeah, it does. You can fill it. Way too fast. Pop cycle. I think it's a play on popsicle. Can I pop this off? I'm gonna break it. No, I cannot pop that off. It's like a sidecar, but the bicycle's in the sidecar. Is that how you control it? It's like steering the bike and it steers the car. This BMW 850i, very 90s. I like the silver Hot Ones wheels. Really cool. Got the little pattern there. Very quirky. Iridium. This version is from the Beast Bash Beware Flash game. At least that's where it appears. And a couple other games, like the little quiz game they play. MST Suzuka. Always good to get a new MST I'm not familiar with. This really cool Vulture. That's a Track Aces. Back when I think they almost always would put that on the Track Ace cars. It's like a more prestigious collection. Number 8. Sweet. Got this Butterfinger convertible Mustang. I like Butterfinger. And these Mustangs are growing on me. Really sweet, I like that. Nowadays this would be like in its own set. It wouldn't just be in the main line, I don't think. Got this Firebird funny car with some city skyline on it. Always one of the most heavy castings. All metal, just a bunch of metal. Split in Image 2. The gold wheels go really well with the silver and black, I think. I'd imagine it wouldn't be everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's pretty eye-catching. Slingshot. This is from one of the Mega Man, like 2-packs, I think. These usually came with a hauler or something. But, yeah, Mega Man Warrior. Is that what that says? Mega Man NT Warrior. This is probably coincided with a game release or something from the early 2000s. Interesting. Always cool to pick up a rare slingshot. You got this IROC Firebird. This is part of like a NASCAR adjacent racing series that I like learned about, where they'd have like all-star drivers from all sorts of racing fields compete. Sometimes like F1, IndyCar, definitely NASCAR, some touring car drivers. It's kind of like an exhibition series, and this was the last iteration of those cars for these Firebirds. Two of these, I think they're called Zenders. This being the first. I love the red, blue, and yellow paint scheme on this one. And it's like polar opposite to this plain silver one. I think it was like an 80s concept supercar, or if not, it's just like a fantasy Hot Wheels based on maybe a, yeah, Zender. It's gotta be the designer. This one feels more pushy. And you got this Willys, 41 Willys drag car, Wild Willy. Another really big casting. Sweet. Let's see, we got this stock car, like a Gen 4 NASCAR or Gen 5 car. Really cool. Reminds me of like a Dodge from like 2005, like early 2000s NASCAR. That would have been sweet. Instead of like the normal orange and blue, they did the white, red, and blue Hot Wheels livery. That was one of their, and still one of their team racing liveries and color schemes. Mustang GT, but not the early version of this generation, like the 2010 facelift. They tended to do this generation of Mustang with plain colors and these wheels, and I didn't realize this is the facelifted model. We got two power pistons. This I think is the first edition with more fitting of the time wheels and a pretty matte plastic body. I think that looks great. And then a more modern version with this translucent blue that is very striking and looks almost like a crystal. And this big flame decal with all matching wheel and cockpit colors. This is a very hot looking car. Got a 57 Thunderbird. I love this color scheme. I got almost all of this 57 Thunderbird casting. I want the World Race version. This is a weird one, the 2002 Autonomy Concept. I almost bought one of these with purple accents, but this one was pretty cool. It reminded me of, you know, they did a lot of these gray and blue sort of futuristic color combos, and it has these little pizza cutter wheels, front and back. Therefore, it rolls funny. I wonder how fast this would be going down like a speedway. Track T, classic paint scheme, black with the sort of gravedigger flames, 5 spokes. I like the ones with a little basic paint scheme and the logo on them. This is a newer one. This is a 69 Mustang Fastback, 68, 65. What am I thinking? I know what a 69 looks like. It's kind of done up like a touring car. Lowered, got fender flares on it. This thing would be probably in like a touring car championship. Beautiful. Another super of the times car, Track Tune. You got the speakers in the back, the interior accents, like the plain cockpit steering wheel, and this plastic translucent body with all the graffiti art. Sorry about the scratching, it's my lizard. Plastic body, metal base, pretty striking, pretty of the times. Then another slingshot. This one's more minimalist. Thought it was a pretty attractive car, caught my eye. Why is there some cat hair on it? When you have a cat hair is on everything, even Hot Wheels. That's hot. Getting down to the end here, we have another chrome car. I just opened up a chrome not Evil Twin, it was a What For 2 in one of our previous videos. Here's one of the IROC Camaros. This is a sort of an aged chrome, I think. I don't know if it was originally this like goldish chrome, but maybe it was. Very cool car. A lot of big open body panels they can take to paint and decals. There's some cool IROC Camaros out there. And then this I think was part of like a 2-pack with Sweet 16 too, but here's the original Sweet 16 with these old 5 spokes that aren't connected here. It's like a retro wheel design. Trunk opens. I don't know if it's not final run because those all had fancy wheels, but this did come in a 2-pack and it's very heavy. Looks older than it is. I like cars like that. Then we're getting to the end here. This is like a little made in China Firebird, but they got the paint scheme right. Maybe I'll turn this into a junker for monster trucks. And then Shock Factor, but this is like a Tyco RC, like promo one. I'm not sure if this came with like a Tyco Hot Wheels, but Tyco Shock Factor. Shock Factor already looks like an RC car, like an 80s Radio Shack or Tamiya, Kyosho, team associated RC car, a little more fancy and like cartoonish and brutish. But yeah, Tyco RC, one of the only good toy grade RC brands. They are now gone, along with like Jada RC and some other ones that made half decent stuff. Hot Wheels RC was good too. They made some pseudo hobby grade cars. That was a niche content for me for a while, is borderline hobby grade RC cars. But yeah, this is a cool casting here. RCmania.com, Jang, he also did Ultimate RC. Shout out that channel if anybody has watched 11 and 20 minutes. 11 minutes and 20 seconds in. But yeah, that guy actually has some of the few surviving high quality reviews and footage of those Hot Wheels RC cars and other toy grade stuff from the era. The stuff you'd be playing with and getting for your birthday or Christmas if you were growing up in the early 2000s. But yeah, this one caught my eye. It's a Tyco. I'll have to research what that's from. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching and taking a look at all of these early 2000s, Y2K, 90s Hot Wheels. This was what somebody's collection would look like in like 05. Thought it was interesting, nice lot. Check out antique malls, check out flea markets. That's really still the best way to go. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more videos. Bye.